Hey Hoopers, welcome to a new video. In this video, I will be doing the development showcase of the new fetch and quick styles that we are releasing into this week's updates in Basketball 0. I'll also be explaining some new systems that we've added into the game alongside a new chemical reaction that is super cool and the highly requested Ace-style rework, which I know you guys will love. Make sure to go and follow the Fetch and Quick Update event now on Roblox so you don't miss the update when it drops. But anyways, enough yapping, let's get into the showcase. But real quick, make sure to subscribe to the channel and get us to 700,000 subscribers, as we're so close to the goal. The first thing I'd like to speak about for this new update is the introduction of our new shot contest system we've added into the game. How it works is that if an enemy player's in front of you while you are shooting, depending on the distance of where they are, there is a chance that your shot might miss. This is because we've seen a couple of complaints that it's too easy to score within the game currently and that your aim isn't that important. I also somewhat agree, so myself and the team decided to add this to make your aim a bit more important to the game. I should also say that this system also has a chance aspect to it, so there's a chance that it won't always work. Comment down below what you think of this new system, as it's something that we'd like to test and experiment within the game, and if you guys don't like it, then we'll definitely remove it or find a way to tweak it to fit the game. Moving on to the first new style that we've added into the update. Let's talk about the style which is known as Quick. First ability of the Quick style is known as Dash, which is a burst dash ability that can only work without the ball in possession, and it lasts for around 1 to 2 seconds. The second ability of the Quick style is known as Boost, and this ability increases your overall running speed, giving you a competitive edge against your opponents and being able to help your teammates even better. Now, let's talk about Quick's awakening abilities. The awakening cutscene of the Quick style is super goofy, as the scene starts with him looking down his legs and then yelling at them, and then there's a quick zoom into his face, and then he breaks the chains on his legs in a very erratic way, which leads to him shouting once more and then begins to run, which is the end of this cutscene. I think this is super goofy, and hopefully you guys find it funny. So have a listen of the full cutscene now, with sound effects, and let me know in the comments what you think about it. Comment down below what you thought of the awakening cutscene. And now, let's go on to Quick's awakening abilities. The name of the first awakening ability for the Quick style is known as Speed, and this is a power-up scene where the camera zooms onto his legs, and then we have some super clean visuals spawn around him, and then it leads to his overall speed increasing. And then your character starts yelling at the end of the scene. Have a watch of the full cutscene now with sound effects and comment down below. What do you think? Comment down below what you think of the Quick style overall and let me know what you think of its abilities. Now let's move on to the second style that we've added into this update. The first ability of the Fetch style is known as Dive, and this ability basically makes the player dive towards the ball and land on their feet after to allow you to continue dribbling. This ability is a rebounding move, so it's usable only after someone misses, or it's usable when a shot is blocked so you can dive to gain possession of the ball. Moving on to the next ability of the Fetch style. This is known as Floater. Floater is just a layup ability that allows you to perform a shot from far away. This is a one-handed shooting ability, which is actually a technique used in basketball, which we haven't even added into the game yet, so I wanted to do it with this new style. We wanted the Fetch style to be different to what is currently in the game to avoid repetition, similar to when we added the Lock style into the game. So comment below on what you think about its base abilities, and now let's get on to Fetch's awakening abilities. The scene starts with the camera slowly zooming into the player's eyes, and then the screen turns black, which leads to a dog whistle being played in the background, followed with some dog barks. The scene then ends with a visual effects explosion, and then the player diving towards the ball and then faces the camera with one arm out. This cutscene is super cool in my opinion, so have a watch of it with sound effects now, and comment down below what you think of it. Hopefully you enjoyed the cutscene. Make sure to comment down what you think of it. And now let's move on to Fetch's Awakening ability. The Awakening ability of the new Fetch style is called Catch. And what happens is, if an enemy player is close and does a pass or shot, it activates the cutscene where the player dives and snatches the ball to grab it away from the opposing team's possession. I think this diving animation that we created is super funny. And if you know where we got our inspiration from, then make sure to leave it down in the comments section. Anyways, have a full watch of the cutscene now, and let us know what you think about it in the comments below. Also, something to mention, there are two variations with this ability. The first variant is when your enemy is about to pass, and one when your enemy is about to shoot. Moving on to the new chemical reaction that we've added into this week's update for the sniper style, I'm going to be explaining the system on how the chemical reaction system can be activated. So, how to activate the new chemical reaction with the sniper style is that the sniper style needs to be awakened, and then the sniper style must also be at the 3-point line or even further away, and then lastly, your teammates must pass to the sniper style user, whilst the sniper user jumps in the air. This cutscene is super cool, and a lot of you might know where this is referenced from, so comment it down in the comments section below. Now have a watch of the full cutscene with sound effects now, and let us know what you think of it. Hopefully you enjoyed the cutscene, and you like the fact that Sniper now has a chemical reaction. Comment down what you think of it below, and now let's get on to the rework we've made for the mythical Ace style. The rework for Ace has been highly requested by the community, as there's been a lot of new styles added into Basketball Zero, and Ace was one of the first styles we've released in-game. We created a revamp of the athletic drive ability, and the revamped version is a lot cooler than the original. We've made the dribbling ability a lot smoother alongside adding better dribbles to make the ability a lot more unpredictable, so that your opponents won't be able to predict your movements as easily anymore. Alongside this, we've created an off-the-ball variant ability for the first ability, which is known as Instinct Dash, which is basically a simple dash ability that leads you towards wherever the ball might be, and it creates a 2-second dash with a good amount of distance. This ability is super useful, as for example, if someone creates space with a dribble, you can use this ability to catch up back to them, or if the ball is loose, you can get the ball faster with this dashing ability. Moving on to Ace's second ability, which is Athletic Fade. We slightly added a buff to this ability to allow it to be a bit more faster, so you can get your shot off and have more chances to score. Now, let's talk about Ace's awakening abilities. The first awakened ability of the Ace revamp is known as 100% Drive, which is a cutscene of where the camera's behind the player as he starts dribbling the ball. And then the player will be able to create the path that they wish to go for. And then, once you're done, it allows you to dribble past your opponents. We've also made it a bit cooler, as we've added a button mash system to the ability where if you spam the spacebar key, it allows you to increase your speed of your dribbles, allowing you to move faster against your opponents. And the last thing to know about this ability is that if you end up in the dunk area, it causes another cutscene, which ends up being a really cool in between the legs slam dunk. That was a lot of yapping, so just have a watch of the cutscene now with sound effects and comment down below what you think of it. Hopefully you enjoyed that cutscene now. Let's move on to Ace's second awakening ability, which is known as Missile. This causes the player to dash to their diagonal left or right, depending if you're pressing A or D, and then they pick up the ball and quickly throws it in the basket. And this also works as a 3-pointer ability, but you really need to be in the perfect area for this to actually work, so you can get a 3. Otherwise, you'll just get a 2. Now, this ability is super cool in my opinion, so let me know what you think about Ace's rework overall in the comments section below. The update releases later on today, and we've also added a bunch of different emotes and cosmetics and zones to this update. So if you haven't already, make sure to follow the Fetch and Quick event on Roblox now, and also make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and help us get to 700,000 subscribers for a cool surprise.